Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. It would really be great if you like and comment. It always helps for the algorithm. So we're going to listen to the Kinks today. This song's called Animal Farm. That just makes me think of the book Animal Farm by George Orwell, which my son was explaining to me a lot. My son was very into like dystopian fiction, like science fiction, stuff like that. So he loves reading and he always talks to me about books. I unfortunately don't like reading. It's very hard for me. And I will say, and like a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but like my brain really changed when I had pregnancies, like when I was like from my pregnancies and having babies. I used to have a really good short-term memory, and my short-term memory was really changed from the pregnancies. Like there really is pregnancy brain. I feel like you lose a little bit of something every time you're pregnant. And so that's why it's really hard for me now to memorize music. And that's why I don't know if I'll ever be able to not have an iPad in like when I play with my band, for example, because I have a really hard time remembering the sequences. And I don't know if it's like the dyslexia, but I used to have a really good memory. And so part of it's like the way I process information. Reading books is like really arduous for my eyes to track the thing. So I like audiobooks, but like the actual process of reading, it's so difficult for me that it puts me to sleep. So anytime I'd read a book, I would just fall asleep within 10 minutes. And so that's why I haven't really read a book since my daughter was born 16 years ago. I know. And that sounds terrible, but I listen to audiobooks and I do read like news articles, but even when I'm reading, I'm basically skimming all the time. It's hard for me to like read each word. So I kind of like look at a sentence, like a line, and then I interpret it. And then I look at the next line and I kind of interpret it. So that's just how I read. And that means that's why I misspell names. That's why I think that like Robert and Rudolph are the same name. Like it's just the way my brain works. But I do think, I mean, as you know, when women go through menopause, they have cognitive decline a bit if they don't take hormone replacement. So I do think there's something to be said that your hormones change so much in pregnancy that I think it also can impact your memory. So I think that's real, guys. People don't want to talk about it, but I struggle because someone will be like, how can you not memorize the words? I'm like, I can't. And I used to sing full arias. I used to memorize full opera rolls in German and French and Italian. And it's so hard for me to memorize lyrics now. So anyway, going to the Animal Farm.
This world is big and wild and half insane.
I like it.
Take me where real animals are playing. Just a dirty old shack with a hound dog's bar that we called our home.
You need to pay attention to lyrics.
I wanna be back there among the cats and dogs and the pigs and the goats on Animal Farm. My animal home on Animal Farm. My animal home. While I lay my head upon my pillow, little girl could play beneath my window. Though she's far from home, she's free from home.
That's really catchy.
And she need not feel she's by my side. And the sky is wide, so let the sun shine bright on Animal Farm.
It's a good song.
My animal home.
I like the chords.
Animal Farm. My animal home. Girl, it's a hard, hard world.
That's nice.
If it gets you down,
If it gets you down.
dreams often fade and die in a bad, bad world. I'll take you where real animals are playing, and people are real people, not just playing. It's a quiet, quiet life. the pigs and the goats
Catchy.
on Animal Farm. My animal home on Animal Farm. My animal home on Animal Farm. Animal
That's a really good song. I like the do 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 do. I like that. Do 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 do. And I like that. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. What? Da na 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 na. No. Da na 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 na. There we go. Da na 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 na. I thought that was a really nice song, and it's, I don't know. I love 1968 stuff. That's just a really good song I've never heard before. So thanks for sending that. And it does sound so different than a lot of the other Kinks stuff, because I've listened to a bunch of Kinks stuff now, and like that's sounds more like kind of a Beatles song, but not exactly. You know, like it's in that vibe of 1968, but a good rock with a little bit of like, let's make it with do 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 do, right? They didn't just do like a guitar. It has like a nice do 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 effect. Do 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 do. I like that a lot. Awesome. Well, please drop a comment about the Kinks. And again, it helps you. Yeah, obviously it wasn't really about the books. They're not talking about communist revolution or whatever. They're just talking about a girl in a shack, and she's far from home. She's free some farm under the willow, and the world gets you down. I'll take you to a real animal farm. I want to be back there. It's like memory, nostalgia. Yeah, that's like, this is just a nice, simple, like throwback memory and nostalgic love song. And it's pleasant. So yeah, I love it. I think that was really good. It's better than all the AI slop today by far. And I do love the sound of the late 60s. I really think I prefer the sound of the late 60s to a lot of the sounds of the 70s. I like the sounds of the 70s, but there's something about the late 60s and that whole psychedelic-y era. I really like the way it sounds. I can't explain it. I just think it's really good. I even liked that one Grateful Dead show when it was from the Shrine Auditorium, 1968. And they did like Saint Stephen and the 11. And it was like such a cool period of the Grateful Dead that again had that more like psychedelic vibe versus like the rock, like that, and the kind of the folky stuff that came with Working Man's Dead. This was just like straight up like do 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 psychedelic rock. I love it. So yeah, I'm kind of a fan about that. So you can always comment on that. But thanks for sending that over, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And just always keep an eye, because those were those who knew about it, and then it's already too late. But for about a week or so, I had my regular reaction form open, and then I got so many. I'll show you how. This is the benefactor form. But then from the general requests, I got all of these from 7/7 until the 13th. In 1 week, I got all of these put in. And so I was like, oh, that's it, closing the form. So it's very brief. I open it, I close it. However, benefactors, they can request. That's why I'm not going to turn off their form. But it just means that, as you can see, the queue is getting long. I'm becoming popular. And the Sri Lankan plan worked. And I gained like 2,000 subscribers in like a few days because of the Sri Lankan videos. And I actually really liked the songs. And now I have to also, not have to, but I want to do some more foreign music and stuff like that, because it was like just a really interesting diversion from the normal kind of I'll call it boomer core 1968 to 1978. So it was a big diversion from the boomer core to go into the Sri Lankan side quest, which was all because I met the Sri Lankan cab driver in London, which is why traveling is so important, because when you meet people, when you're traveling, it's like it gets you out of your normal routine and you really learn something. I love traveling and meeting people when I travel. And if I hadn't traveled, I wouldn't have met the Sri Lankan taxi driver, and then I wouldn't have thought to react to Sri Lankan music. So it's very organic. I always just try to go with organic, right? Just like I don't even have to really plan my content so much now because you guys just request it, right? And that's the same thing. I didn't even plan to do the Sri Lankan thing. Someone told me I should, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I just kind of listened to the universe, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole fish concept of surrendering to the flow. Surrender to the flow. There's a universe out there, and there's like some kind of plan for all of us, and we just get off track, and we are our own worst enemy. We know what we should be doing, and we know how to be happy and successful. We put all these stumbling blocks before us. And in the Bible, it also says, don't put a stumbling block before the blind. Or maybe that's from like one of the side quest books of the Bible. But the point is, don't put a stumbling block before the blind. Don't put a stumbling block before yourself, because we create our own problems. And I'm sure this is all in Buddhist spirituality and stuff like that too. It's kind of like pan-spiritual concepts of like the universe, and I don't know. So that was great. Thanks for requesting that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.